Hi again, my name is Dylan Black. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to another edition of Daytime Auto on Rogers TV. And we're going to kick off the show with some beautiful people. Makes me feel kind of insignificant. Hey, the Richard Robinson Academy of Fashion Design celebrating 50 years, don't you know? That's half a century. Let's find out more. Plus, we'll find out about their big event coming as well. We say hello to Rory Pozzolo joining us right now. Hello, Rory.
Hello, David.
Fashion designer. Dylan, by the way.
Dylan,
that's okay. Jessica Rousseau is here as well, and you're a fashion designer. This is starting off well, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. So far,
okay.
So good.
Can I ask you, so Rory, why fashion design? Why did you decide to get into this business?
I dislike the modern fashion industry with its wastefulness and environmental unconsciousness. So my goal as a fashion designer is to create garments that are environmentally conscious, sustainable, and sort of pave the way for the future through fashion to create something gorgeous, that's artistic, that's beautiful, that doesn't cause damage to the planet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Second year?
Second year student,
So you're graduating
this year.
Congratulations. First year for Jessica.
Yep.
What program are you in exactly?
So we're both in the full-time program. Richard Robinson also has some part-time programs as well, but there's one main full-time program which teaches both industrial and haute couture techniques.
Okay. And when does the program begin? Like a conventional school, like September?
Yep, September straight through to December. We get 2 weeks off and then we're back at it.
Okay. You want to give us a quick history lesson on the Richard Robinson?
I'd love to. It's actually really cool. So Richard Robinson apprenticed for Dior. He actually started there like with the bottom rung, just picking up pins. That was his first job, picking up pins. And he worked up the ranks, became an atelier, came back to Canada, started his own couturier here, and then started a school. And now the school and his atelier are 50 years old.
50 years. And you see Richard all over the place. He's such a big part of our community. Got the coolest hair in the city.
Oh my gosh.
And that mustache.
And the mustache, for sure. Great tan. Okay, let's talk about this annual event then, Rory. What exactly is going to be taking place on May 11th?
So on May 11th, we have our Grande Premiere, and which is a end-of-the-year fashion show where our designers, both part-time and full-time, get to present their designs on a runway with our beautiful models sporting our collections and our garments.
Okay.
Second-year students make an entire collection that's about 4 pieces or more, and then our first-year students do a bustier, an haute couture finished gown, and a history of costume piece.
My gosh, it sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
And you did say beautiful models, and guess what?
Haha.
We happen to have a couple here today with us.
Amazing.
Jessica, why don't we start with your model and introduce who you have with you?
I'd love
and
to.
Let's find out what she's wearing.
Yes, so Kate Blaze is wearing my bustier piece. So this is going to be shown on the runway in a few weeks. This bustier is entirely hand-cut leather. It's also hand-dyed. This piece is one of the more complicated pieces I've made. It's about 50 hours worth of work between doing the cutting and the sewing and the hand dyeing. I'm really pleased with the back as well. I designed this so that it is only 4 pieces, which is actually much more difficult to do than it looks. So the bustier portion is 1 piece, the skirt is 1 piece, and then the shoulders. I'd also like to mention Kate for a moment. She's an Ottawa local, and she's done so much. I've seen her at so many of the local fashion shows, and she's also going to be wearing my pieces for the Grande Premiere, and it's really great to have a pro model who's willing to show your stuff.
Sorry, did you say 50 hours went into this?
50 hours.
My gosh.
When we work at Richard Robinson, we do everything. So you make the pattern from scratch. You do all of the pattern making, then you do all of the construction, and between making the pattern digitally as well as doing all the cutting out, it was 50 hours worth of work.
That's a lot of work. It looks good. Great
Thank
end
you.
result. Thank you very much, Kate Blaze. All right, now Rory, who do you have with you?
So my model is Alexandra Holmes, and she's an aspiring fitness model. And today she's wearing my haute couture gown for the show and for today's segment. It is an old curtain that has been remodeled into and repurposed into a gorgeous summertime look. It can be sported at the cafe or going out for dinner, picking up the kids from school, that sort of thing. I've done a matching back panel there on the bodice with the exposed zipper. And of course the exposed centerpiece there with the waist. I like a little bit of a detail to draw the eye.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And she could pick up the kids in that.
Yes, absolutely. I believe so. Yeah, I believe that all fashion is a costume, and therefore whatever you wear is fun to wear to
Wonderful.
wherever.
Did you mention how many hours you put into this?
This one was about 30 hours. Primarily, the inside of the bodice is very detailed with a beautiful bias finish. So everything's hand finished.
Wonderful. Thank you
very
very
long
much, Alex. Great. Looks good.
Thank you.
Let's quickly talk with just 2 minutes left here. Jessica, tell us about some of the programs that are offered at the Richard Robinson Academy of Fashion Design.
I'd love to. So Richard Robinson recognizes that not everyone can put their entire life on hold to become an haute couture designer. So they offer both full-time programs, which is what we're taking, and part-time programs, where you can learn the same things on a much slower schedule and just piece at a time.
Okay. And I understand as well that Rory summer camps are a thing.
Yes.
That'd be
So
kind of fun.
there are summer camps for youth. For youngins as well as for teenagers and aspiring designers for when they're done high school, etc. Those run throughout the summer months. Details can be found on the website for Richard Robinson as well as through Instagram, Facebook, or simply by calling the school or dropping by at 419 Sussex Drive.
Okay. Now, Rory, after 2 years, I mean, you had some experience going into the program, but how do you feel 2 years later?
2 years later, I feel confident. I feel ready. After doing the program, I feel like I've really honed my talent. You know, I was sewing before, but now I've reached a level where I feel confident that I could sell someone a garment and not, you know, feel guilty about it. And I can go into it going, yeah, this is a beautiful garment. This is well made. This is well finished. Yeah,
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
How about we get the two models back out here one more
Absolutely.
time? We've got Kate and Alex, and with about 30 seconds left, Jessica, how do people get tickets?
That's a great question. So we have them online as well. You can call the school and they'll set some aside for you. If you are interested in fashion or interested in learning fashion, we highly recommend you come to the Grande Premiere. It's the ultimate event for us.
Nice, May 11th. Thank you very much, Rory, Jessica, Kate, Alex. We appreciate your time. Looking great. More daytime coming up in moments on Rogers TV.